Hi, fantasy book lovers, TGIF. This is Thank Gods It's Fantasy Podcast. We are Kayla, Veronica, and Bryanna, three best friends who love talking about all things books. From the romance, the conflict, and of course, morally gray men. Every 2 weeks, we will be getting together to talk about our theories, opinions, and reviews of our current read. Please read along, join in, and be one of our book besties too. Welcome to our show, and thanks for joining us. In this episode, we will be discussing through chapter 38 of the second book of the Crowns of Nyaxia duology, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. This completed duology is written by Carissa Broadbent. Before we start, we would like to make our usual disclaimer that many of the things we discuss might be more suitable for mature audiences. We are all adults here, so if explicit language or content is not for you, then turn back while you still can.
That was really soothing sounding.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. It's been a minute, so I was a little stressed about it because I haven't had to moderate since having my child.
You did great.
It sounded so nice.
You've got that mom voice down, the nice and soothing.
I mean, that is the voice I use 90% of the time now, I feel like.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. So I feel like I liked with this one that the little like excerpts we get are him and his past now. The prologue was interesting because we still don't really know what all happens in this book. But the final sentences in this prologue were, maybe the king always knew that his greatest love would be his ruination. Maybe he knew it in the moment he met her. He'd know it the second time he died too. So clearly, something's gonna happen in the second half of this book, and this man's gonna die again. Hopefully he'll live again, but he definitely gonna die again.
Yep.
So,
But wait,
fun going
did it
into
already
it.
happen? Because
His death?
Because he died. Well, he almost died.
That was the first time.
He almost died when he became a vampire.
Vampire, but he didn't actually die.
But I mean, like, does he consider it his death, and then he got stabbed again, or is there another one?
I think there's another one. This hints.
I think the way it's worded, I thought there was another one going to happen still. Like,
same.
this was prophesying what's going to happen in this book almost.
Yeah.
I did not take it as the second one already happened, but you never know. We do interpret things differently, and I do love that. So, surprise, surprise. Araya is pissed at Rain, as we knew she would be, and it does last basically through the whole time we read.
Yeah.
It's kind of exactly what we were hoping wouldn't happen.
But also that we were wanting, because Kayla's like, she better give him shit. And I was like, but not the whole time. And then we both got it.
Okay, listen. I think if someone kills your dad,
Yes,
you should be pretty mad for pretty murdery for a while. And I think
feel like she has hit that.
Yes.
Check.
But
now we can start to move on. Which I think she is.
Yes, but regardless of the murderiness that she feels, the tension is still so
You're
good.
not wrong.
So
I know she really brings it to that many times, even in her hate towards him. She's always just like, but also I want you. We'll get to that because obviously we do have, some steamy moments coming up a little later. I know.
But also innocent.
Yeah.
It's just second base.
We
rounding the corner,
Yes.
but still the way Carissa Broadbent, I tell you what, the way that she describes it, you're just like on the edge of your seat, like tension,
gripping your phone or your
really
e-reader, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
like, and you know that nothing's gonna happen, and then you're gonna be left hanging, which is like the more frustrating part about it. But oof. She built
But you live for the little moment. I know she does. She does a really good job at that for sure.
Yep.
But right now, Array is still in her, I hate him, I miss my dad, I didn't know he was my dad, I hate him for not knowing. She has a lot of conflicting emotions happening, understandably. Yep. She's now a married woman, and she's kind of locked up in her room, and it's a lot of complex feelings happening.
How do you guys feel about that trope? Like the forced marriage, forced proximity kind of thing. I personally, I like it when it's like the beginning of their relationship and they've never met, and it's like their forced proximity from the start, and they're like enemies to lovers with that being a part of it, whether it's a forced marriage or whatever. I don't know how I feel about it when there's already an established relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about it?
I don't mind forced proximity. Yeah, I didn't necessarily love the forced marriage and locking her up, just because that's kind of how she had lived her whole life, and he knew that about her. So I understand his intent is to protect her, but I didn't but it kind of taints it a little bit, I think. And then jumping ahead, when he finally realizes how bad he fucked up and really what he did to her, ooh, that's a hard moment. I feel like that was an intense moment for sure. So I think that was surprising to me. Like, dude, you really don't know like what you did? You're dumb.
Well, and he's so confident in himself too. Like he plays all these personas, and he's so good at slipping his mask on it from one to the next, and he's so confident that he knows everything and he's got everything on lock. But he doesn't.
No.
And he's realizing that over and over again, that when it comes to her, he really doesn't know.
No.
I like the forced proximity. I don't feel like this one was too proximity-y enough. So, I mean, like, being next door is not like a...
I mean, shit, he wasn't even there half the time.
Yeah, so that part was like, meh. I enjoy reading I guess not forced marriages, or... I know, I always like whenever we're like, oh, you have to get married or whatever. And I feel like that's what it was. He was doing it to save her. I don't feel like he was forcing it because I hate you and I'm going to, like, this is my way to punish you. So it totally didn't bother me.
No.
Because I saw the other part of it. I didn't like that he locked her up in the room. That was not my favorite. And just seeing her, like, start to become a shell of who she was and still be angry. And then just gave her a lot of time to, like, fester like bad feelings and stuff. So I don't love that. It's wintertime.
Yeah.
It's dark. She doesn't need that. She doesn't need that in her life right now.
No, it was like new moon vibes.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't it new moon where she just like sits in the chair and like for like seasons or whatever. She's all depressed. It was like, that's kind of how I pictured her, just like festering in her room in her depression.
Well, yeah, because he kept trying to get her to fight him, and she was not giving it because she knew he wanted that, which I kind of loved. She was just like, okay, whatever. And he's like, no, give me something. And she's like, absolutely not.
No, I mean, but then the little times that she actually like broke, and he's like, there she is. That's my girl. And I'm like,
every time, I know.
But like, what was he expecting? Did he really must have completely underestimated her relationship with Vincent.
I know, because
he seemed like almost genuinely surprised with how upset she was. I think he saw him as her captor.
Yes.
Rather than her father.
Yes.
And so he like thought he was liberating her.
That's exactly it.
That's his feelings. That's, I think he was pushing his feelings on her, and so he was not grasping that they did have some semblance of a relation, like, because they really did have a relationship, even though it was not always the most positive one. They like had love for each other in their own ways. And he was her father, even if he held her back her whole life. He did love her in his twisted way, and she loved him. So yeah, I agree. I think he was kind of pushing his own feelings on her.
Came back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah. I mean, I think with most people, partners, you're trying to convince them to see things the way you see things, but really we forget to step in their shoes and be like, okay, hold on. let me try to convince you what I see, because he did see it. He did see it as like, he messed you up. He was a bad guy. I'm saving you from him. He killed all these people. I know he did. He like kept my people in oppression, and he kept you locked up. But now I got to protect you. Yeah, no. So,
Yeah.
I had never really, like, while I was reading it, though, I didn't really think about it that way until now. The epiphany that I'm having right now of, like, what was he thinking? He killed her father. That is wild to me. But think about it. Most of the world didn't even know what she truly was to him. They didn't, like, some people knew that he referred to her as his daughter, but a lot of people thought she was, like, his whore or his pet, or, like, no one really knew anything about her.
Well, and he didn't ever show that unless they were alone. Like, she knew his multiple faces, but he didn't show those to anyone else. Just like Rain only shows his face to her and really me. Like, yeah. That's it, though. Yeah, it is interesting that he was a little blind to some of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we also see Rain step into his new role, and obviously it kind of starts off with a bang. He is trying to get all these nobles to pledge their allegiance to him, and Simon, who's a Rishon noble, ignored his summons and sent his younger brother, who of course refused, and then Rain had to murder him, which
that was pretty epic.
That was pretty
like,
epic.
I'm gonna bash your head in, like, explode it.
Yeah, that was wild. And then I just love that Vale shows up late, assesses the situation, and then pledges his allegiance and like bows. I think it said like over the blood, like he just like steps in the puddle, bow. Like I was like, wow, it was just such an image.
I feel like they're so desensitized to blood
for sure.
That it's like,
for sure,
blood, I'm just gonna show torture. You how much this doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, but what were your guys' read on Vale? Like, how, because obviously it changes kind of over this half, I feel like, but what did you guys think about him initially, and then kind of what are your thoughts with where we ended things, as far as, do you think he's okay, do you think he's not?
We talked about this a little bit.
We did talk about, I don't really remember Vale a lot in the beginning, but in the end it was, I don't even remember how we described it, Kayla, or like what the things we had talked about, because we were talking
about Lilith, his turned wife.
Yes.
And how we kind of like her.
I like her.
I love her.
She's blunt, and I love that. I loved how frank that she was with Rain when he was basically trying to give her an out, and she was like, no, this is like a real marriage. I get where Rain is coming from as far as thinking that he's gonna be the noble that is like the mole. Basically, I don't think he is. Like, I don't know why. I just don't think he is. I think that it's going to be someone else close to him, either Cyrus or Keturah. I'm feeling more Cyrus just because I feel like he seems like a snake. And he's, like, so unhappy about basically everything that Rain does. Or, you know, it could end up being Septimus always, too. Because, you know, he's got his hands in
everything.
Everything. I don't think it's Vale, though. I don't know. He gives off that duty-bound, loyal general vibe to me, where it's like, whoever my sovereign is who I'm going to be loyal to.
Yeah.
Because he was friends with Neculi, right?
He was a part of his court, but he was like a lesser evil. He didn't step up and do anything when he did bad things, but he didn't necessarily partake
in all the things.
Correct.
Because from what I remember Rain saying, he said that he was actually surprised that Vale took a wife who was a turned vampire. Because he had different opinions of him. Obviously that was 200 years ago. People can change their mind.
Correct.
So that's primarily why I think that it's not him, is because I feel like he genuinely loves his wife, or like at least as much as a vampire can.
I mean, I think where that's coming from for Rain is because he watched Vale at those parties, at court, not doing a damn thing to help any of the humans or any of the turned vampires. Like, he had the same prejudices, or at least by his not acting, he was supporting it by not going against it. So I think that's where that comes from Rain. But obviously Rain thought he was like a lesser of evils, because that's who he chose to be his general.
I know.
I don't know.
What'd you think,
Simon's a snake.
Simon's gross.
Simon's gonna be bad news.
Yes, for sure. In our tiny snippet we really got with him,
He's gross.
It's gonna get bad.
Well, especially with how Nisha reacted.
That wasn't to him.
Who was that to? That was
to the Shadowborn prince.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Yeah.
It was him.
I was like, am I confused what his name is?
No, you're right.
So we talked about this a little bit. I feel pretty strongly that that's who turned her.
Yeah, I agree. It was gross.
I think it's gonna be bad.
For him.
I think it's gonna be bad. So that means technically that she would be Shadowborn, because she was turned by a Shadowborn. We've never seen wings from her, right?
Correct.
I don't think we have.
Only the fire.
Only the fire, which is a remnant of her being a priestess.
I know.
But she's so like in tune.
Burning herself.
She's so in tune with like her emotions, and she talks about her magic living by like her heart and her soul, and I feel like that goes with the mind. So
I know, but I thought that was more like a priesty thing. That's what I feel like.
Could be.
Well, and her just being still more human, I think, than a lot of them. I that's what I was kind of writing that off to for the most part.
Also,
but, that's right. It was.
But
him.
then we talk about more about why Rain joined, because you're like, I don't understand why he would do this. And remember, I was like, the brothers joined together, and the lovers joined together into the Kajari.
Because Misha.
Because Misha just like, I'm going to do it. Then that means you're going to do it, because I know you won't let me do it. Oh, sneaky.
She did it.
I know.
She already pledged herself.
I know.
Sneaky ass.
Fucking love her.
I know, I do too.
Her character's the best.
She's like, things will work out. It's fine. I'm not worried about it.
I think that's why it was so startling to see that reaction of her, because that was so blatantly opposite of how she acts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and the way Araya immediately was like, "Oh shit!" Like
something's wrong, and she evades everything personal to do with herself.
Mm-hmm.
She won't answer for Rain. She wouldn't answer for Araya. She got very uncomfortable. So I think her past is gonna be really gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Ugh.
It's always the sweetest, like, brightest souls, I feel like, in these books and movies that are, like, the ones that have, like, the worst.
The darkest, saddest past.
Yeah. I mean, it just speaks to their character, though. Like.
Oh, for sure.
How great she is.
To come out on the other side and be a decent human being, like, God bless you.
Yeah.
Wait,
who do you think it is, then?
Me, I think it's is it Kyrus?
Kyrus.
Is it Kyrus or Cyrus?
Kyrus. It's Kai.
Kyrus?
I was reading it Kai. Because I listened to it also, and they said Kai, and then I just remember because of Kai. So Kai.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's him, especially with like how he feels towards Araya for starters. Because especially when I was rereading, like he has some very strong feelings towards her. Mm-hmm. But there's also many times he's not with the whole group where I go, I don't know that I noticed that initially.
I did.
Because like he's one of them that stays behind when they go on off to Lahore. He stays behind, mind you, also with Vale. So Vale was also behind. But there was just like many instances where I was like, I don't know about you, bud. And again, he just has such strong feelings where Keturah, she
just kind of seems
seem
like
to have
a bee. Like she's just like, I don't like you, and I'm being just true to myself.
Yeah, but like they don't explain having any strong feeling. Like there's no obvious ill intent, and so that's why I'm leaning towards
Kyrus.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously Septimus is a bad dude, but I don't think he's necessarily the one who's like the true bad. I think he's just trying to puppeteer shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and technically, he needs Aurea, whereas Kyrus does not. So, like, Septimus is not going to risk losing Aurea's help because I think he's trying to get the god blood to lift his curse or lift the curse for all of the Bloodborne. But
I love that her blood is what gets things to like open. It's just like his personal things, and then be like it still hurts her some of the things, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, and that it works because it's a like very rare thing to be able to use blooded things from your parents as their child, especially with her only being half vampire too. I feel like that makes it even more impressive.
Yeah.
do you think that we're going to get her mom and Vincent backstory? Because that's eating me alive.
I don't know. We only have half a book left, so I don't know.
I know,
I
but
think
it feels like such a
so.
big thing to leave out. I told V, I don't know what it is with him. I have blinders because he's like obviously a very, very bad person. But I still feel like it's possible that like it was like a hidden love match and that it was nothing bad.
I love your optimism. I'm not sure that that's what it is, but I do think we'll get some semblance of a backstory because all of these objects are showing little moments in his past. Like, with the like heart wing pendant situation, we kind of saw a glimpse of his dad underestimating him, and I'm pretty sure those were his dad's wings that he nailed to the wall. So we're like getting glimpses from him. So I don't know if it will be from his perspective as she touches different objects as things continue to go on. That I think we'll find out, and or she'll have some sort of memory. I think there'll be some revelation to how that went down. I think I would be shocked if we didn't get that. That's too big of a...
I'm gonna be so sad if it's bad.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because
I don't think it's gonna be good.
Well, and it's interesting because he clearly cared for his he didn't let her get killed.
Well, and he came back. I mean, what? She wasn't very old and he came back and grabbed her.
I know. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Maybe the mom was pregnant and he turned her, and then that's how she became half of his also. Like, it wasn't really like an intimate relationship kind of thing.
But the mom was still...
So she could have turned
that house with the other kids.
And I think the dad.
Dad.
I was gonna say because it seemed like a whole family situation.
Yeah, but if she was the baby, right? Because she was the youngest one, right? And there was a dad there.
Unless she cheated with on the last one, I don't know. Or again. Unwillingly. I'm sorry, Kayla.
No, but then why? No, I guess it can't just have been a turn situation because they have similar features. So it has to be a genetic thing. So never mind that.
Yeah, I think it has to be genetic.
So she cheated. She cheated on him. That's what happened. Or maybe this new guy just came along like, what's his name?
They love each other.
They don't love each other.
It was a very nice one-night stand, okay?
I was going to say, they're not together, which makes me think not necessarily as positive, but we'll remain optimistic for your sake.
But also, they killed everybody. Everybody died. And then he went back over there and killed everybody just in case. Not even that. He killed everyone before he went into the Kajari. He's not a good guy.
Were you surprised to find out about his, second times removed niece that happened to be alive?
Yeah.
Yes, I was surprised that someone was alive because he was so thorough. It was an interesting story of how she, he did kill her.
He did kill her.
So that, I was kind of glad that they, wrapped that up because that would have just, he's too thorough to have, not. Even though he was sloppy by the time he got there, but I was like...
Yeah.
But then the fact that he
left her alive
and came back several times to do whatever he did with the wing mumbo jumbo over there. I'm like,
yeah, it kind of felt like a weird plot whole, I don't know if she thought of that initially when she wrote the first, it kind of felt like one of those moments where she was like, oh wait, I need somebody there. Not to diss on you, but it kind of felt like, wait, I thought everyone was dead. What do you mean? This long lost niece / your cousin.
She was like 5 when it happened, you guys. 4 or 5 summers old.
But it was 200 years ago. So he's had 200 years to still kill this bitch again. Which, mind you, she's fucking wackadoo. And he just didn't.
But it's also weird that, like, once Araya came into the picture, he then didn't go kill her because she would have been the heir.
I know.
Because she's the only remaining blood.
Do they pick who their heir is, or does it just go by whoever's left?
I think it just goes. I don't think it's a picked
It could
situation,
be anyone in the family, anyone in the bloodline.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
So it's not necessarily like son. It could hop over to like third uncle twice removed.
Okay, but whoever's left. So at one point,
but that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm
before.
Surprised.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Before Araya came, it would have just been her. But I wonder if she ever had an intentionally. Air mark.
No, because he was alive that whole time.
Yeah, but
but you have an air mark even before they die. Oh wait, but Araya didn't.
No. I was gonna say it's when they die. I thought it
Oh yeah, this was that whole conversation we had about Rain.
Yeah,
of whether or not he had it beforehand.
Because he did.
He definitely did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did, but he burned it off.
Weird.
But it was after what's his butt's death, like that.
That's
it popped
true.
up.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So they have to die, and then it's.
Then it becomes pulsy and glowy.
Yeah,
it gets pulsy
and glowy.
Because isn't hers pulsy?
But yeah,
that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
it sounds really terrible. I don't love that. But yes, it does.
Hers seems pretty cool though.
Because hers is like like the moon thingy, right? Like it's phases of the moon.
I would love some like fan art of what they think. Because
then it's like they talk about smoke like going down through her between her breasts.
I'm gonna have to like do some hunting for that.
I'm gonna look right now.
I'm sure there's some good ones.
Oh, be careful.
What do you mean?
Looking at fan art is always a risky business.
I mean, that's a little scandal in her life.
It's okay, I forget.
Okay. V hates any kind of...
I do.
Like...
That's true.
Yes.
It's
good luck.
Oh.
I know. I imagined it more. I think it's way more.
I imagined it like almost going up, kind of like wings, but like.
The way it's described, I feel like feels like more than that, but
it seems
up for interpretation. I agree. And so does his.
Yeah, the moon phase goes across like the collarbones is how I imagine. So I imagine it like kind of like a crescent shape, but with all the moon phases. And then maybe that's what the flames in the middle of her chest is.
I don't know.
See, this is what happens, you guys, when we use our imagination.
Our imagination is better than that.
Than this.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I was going to say, mine's much more intricate in my brain.
Wait, that wasn't from Carissa Broadbent, was it?
It just said...
We're just like dissing on it. We're like, nah, it can't be that.
She's like, wait. Bitch, I made it up in my mind. Like, yes, it is.
And we're like, but our brains are different. We pictured more. So we continue along. And of course, Septimus is using his little powers of manipulation. And Araya's room randomly only has 2 locks locked instead of her 4 locks.
Yeah.
And all of these little things happen, and all of a sudden she ends up in Vincent's study because it's the only door that's unlocked, and she stumbles upon this little communication glass device that she happens to bleed off.
It cut her.
She touches
it does sound sharp. It does sound sharp. And then she's able to talk to
Jasmine.
Is it Jasmine?
No.
Jasmine? I don't know. But she's able to communicate with her, which that was fun. I liked.
But does she have one then? Does Jasmine have one?
She has the other side of the communication device, is my understanding. It almost sounded like a mirror.
I thought it said that if you had this and you like created it, you could talk to anyone you wanted. But she would have had
specifically her.
She would have had to have been like thinking about her, and she wasn't.
But Jasmine knew about it.
I think she is,
because she was the one like, talk to me kind of thing. And she's like, oh.
Well, yeah, and she was like, Highness, hello. And she was like, what?
Yeah, but then doesn't she tries to reach out to her later when shit goes down and she can't get a hold of her. So I really think it's like a communication device on her end as well, based off that. But were you guys surprised with her like loyalty immediately to Araya after the relationship / lack of relationship they had in the first book? Like she was immediately like loyal.
I don't know if it's to her. I think she's just loyal to the air mark. Wherever the air mark is, she would.
But that's what I'm saying. Are you not surprised since she's only half and like she didn't even realize that was?
I think she's trusting the magic, and whoever the magic is deeming, Nyaxia is deeming the air. Then she's trusting that. I think it goes
a lot of faith.
I know, but I think it goes back to what I said about Vale. It's a loyal general that whoever has the crown, that's like, or the rightful,
we're not questioning it,
rightful person to the crown, we're not questioning it because it was goddess given. So
true.
But I mean, that's how it was even like in real life. You know, whoever's king and queen, if so and so dies, whoever's up, that's just who you.
Yeah, I know, but I just even her obedience to okay, what do you want us to do? And Araya's like. What's happening?
It's like, you know me. I've not been in this battle room ever because you guys are always there. And all of a sudden you think I just have plans that I just know what to do.
I thought that was so funny. And she's just like, well, what's the situation? But of course, she uses the information she overheard, which again, Septimus clearly planted that. And so she tells her to evacuate Misrata and go and attack this armory. And man, that whole thing was interesting because of course I love how vindictive they are, because I love that she made it basically a replica of what happened to the Moon Palace by using Nightfire, having demons. It was to a T basically what happened there. And Araya knew it and thought it was fucking hilarious. And then Rain knew it and was like, makes sense. Even though we find out he did not have anything to do.
Do you think it's a perfect replica because she did it in the Moon Palace and Vincent used that as a way to start the war?
Dude, it's either them or the Bloodborns. Like,
I mean, I think that it was Vincent, and I think that it was a conspiracy. They did it to be able to start a war just because they wanted to be able to invade and they had no reason to. Yeah. And they used that as a reason, so they faked it, basically. Well, not faked it, but they made it seem like it was the Rishon and it wasn't.
Yeah. No,
Vincent's
I could totally
such a
see
good
that.
guy.
I know. She's like, well, he totally could have. But also, he's wonderful, and I believe he fell in love with this human. And
I don't know what it is. No. It's like, it's the way these books fuck you up, guys, where you're like, he's a really bad guy.
Girl, I know.
He's like way more than one. Like way more than morally gray. But
guys, have I had one of these yet?
No.
That I'm blind to? I feel like both of you
redeeming factors
have this blind spot for some of these.
I don't know what it is, because usually it's like a attraction kind of thing of like, you know, you love them as like a main male. It's not like that. It's like a fatherly thing of like, it's her daddy. He loved her.
He did. He's still a bad guy.
He was still a very bad guy. But I keep thinking he's gonna have a good reason for all.
He's gonna have a good reason for killing all of the children in his family and obliterating a city. And you're right, Kayla. I'll just think there's gotta be a good reason.
hey, maybe they were little evil demon children, just like she had.
Her whole family was evil.
She was real fucked up, so.
broken.
But it's fine.
He was real fucked up. But no, I'm saying like her whole family got murdered. Like, I can't imagine her whole family being bad. That's what I'm saying.
He did it twice.
You gotta look at the whole picture.
He did it twice. It wasn't just the one time. He did it twice. The first time when she
obliterated the city
that
she was from.
Not very thorough because
he's a good father figure,
his
Kayla.
Niece was
He's
still
gotta
there.
have Dude, that whole thing, I could not with the niece. I really could not with his niece being there, but also her.
She's fucking creepy as shit.
Dude, so creepy.
The fucking little fair blonde children everywhere.
Nope.
That hate. And then of course when Rain's like, oh, they're turned, and like that's basically a horrible life sentence.
To be,
because you're just stuck in this childlike mental state and body, obviously, but like, how horrible.
Yeah,
they seem so wrong. Everything about them seems so
and
wrong.
like muted, like their emotions were weirdly mute, and then
yes, but they weirdly seem to care deeply about her, like
some of them, but other ones it was like she was forcing them to love her. It was like forcing them to dance, but they had like no affect.
The whole thing was
I wonder
weird.
She was childlike.
Well, because she was still a baby in their ages and whatever, in their terms.
I was gonna say she just kind of surrounded herself though with children, so like why would you then, like, I know technically she was a born, so like she aged, but mentally she seemed very stuck with all of them.
Well, I mean, if you were a kid, like really, could you imagine being a kid and then trying to turn like a grown ass man? It'd be weird.
Well, no, but I felt like it came from a place of losing her siblings. Like that's kind of where,
trying to find a friend. She just needed some
like
companions.
to me that's her intent behind it, not that that's good in any way, shape, or form. But I felt like that was her reasoning for it. She was lonely and
it's trauma.
Because she was fair and blonde too, so I felt like she was really trying to create her siblings again.
Yeah, but she was like trafficking them.
Oh yeah, no, again, it was horrible. I am not condoning.
You mean she's not a good
I think
person?
No, I don't. I can't justify that.
She's just broken. She died, you guys.
She is broken.
Died when she was. Her uncle killed her and her sisters
at
and her
5
brothers,
years old.
Her dad and everyone died at 5.
No, I think her story is so sad.
And then she was left alone.
But she fucked up.
I mean, his family seemed real bad, so.
Jesus Christ, Kayla. Shut the fuck up. I'm not with you. You are giving this man way more credit than he deserves.
No, he's the worst. I know.
Do you? Do you know?
She's like, I don't know. I still hope not.
I'm not sure about that. I cannot.
This is like
I love
her
this.
with what? Ophia Kai?
Yeah. I love this role reversal that we're having right now, Kayla, because yes, Ophia Kai, I'm like, no. Like, he's good. He can
love her.
I'm waiting for the day I have one of these because I have not yet.
You're way too rational for that.
You are.
Yeah, I think you guys, you're both a little delulu when it comes to some of these characters.
Man.
Hey, normally I'm hypercritical.
Way to use a Gen Z term
but that's
on
why. Thank you. My under 30 is coming through for
my
a
gosh.
smidge longer. A smidge longer. Shut up, Kayla.
Days. Days, ma'am.
I didn't say it was for a long time. I said
days longer.
But I'm under 30 still.
Yeah, I'm way past that. So.
I cannot, guys. Oh
Delulu.
my god. What you guys are to some of these characters, I do not get it. But you're right. I'm very rational. I can get it, but like I can't condone it. Anywho, we're in the horror. It is awful.
Yeah.
Smelling, looking, completely just
decrepit and demons and.
Well, and I couldn't get over when Misha opened the bed and saw cockroaches. And I was like, that one's receptivist or whatever. I was like, that's so fucking funny.
So funny.
I just love her.
I know.
Oh, Misha's the best.
Ugh, literally love her. Oh my god, when they threw the fucking human on the table to eat or whatever there, though, that was also wild. Well, and that's also when she has not her first taste of blood, but where she just outright drinks blood from a cup.
But she didn't know it was blood first until she's like, oh, wait.
Correct. She did not.
And my stomach.
But then she was,
okay.
Yeah, she was not as disgusted as you would think, which obviously we continue to see. She has a little bit of a taste for at least someone's blood, which that whole scene, can't wait to get to that. Oh, Kayla, hello, biting. Are you a fan now?
With rain, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that scene was... We're just going to get to it because I cannot right now. It was such an interesting moment that she just decides...
To bite his thumb?
In this...
Yeah. I don't know.
And such a weird location.
Yeah.
Like the spot?
Like, it's like this, right?
Or the place that she was at?
I was trying to figure out exactly how... Yes, again, I was trying to figure out the how to it. And like... of all the places, that's where...
And also the thumb. I don't know that if I'm going finger. I don't think I'm going thumb.
I bite.
You liked it.
I bite whenever we're driving. I bite Jeff's fingers. Anyway, like I'll bite his like knuckles and stuff like that.
Oh, knuckles. Yeah, I can see knuckles.
But like the pad of the thumb is like a good.
Oh,
it's a good meaty spot.
I think I picture more side,
like
than
some meaty spots.
This.
Yeah. I like them real thick and juicy.
I do less finger and
real
more
thick and juicy thumb. Mmm. Tasty.
No.
I cannot.
Gross.
See, and I'm more of a full arm biter myself. Like I like, or like right here.
there.
That's more my jam. Fingers. I'm not really a biter of fingers.
It's
Guys, if we took the context out of what we are talking about right now,
I mean, even if you give it context, it probably...
I'm blushing a little bit talking about it right now.
I clearly did not put any foundation on because your girl be rosy today. Yeah, no, fingers is not my jam as far as biting goes.
But that wing play scene.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
He's like,
sorry,
how about
that was
here?
a visceral reaction.
I'm like, sorry. Wing play in almost every freaking book is like...
I love it.
It's great foreplay.
It is.
Phenomenal.
It is.
Well, and the fact that he really played that, he played it up. He found that spot and was
knows. It's because he has wings. He knows.
I know, but like you could also tell by her reaction.
I know. Can you imagine their wings out and they're just like... He didn't
look like you were like with your nipples.
Oh no, I was out here.
I know, but that's just like what I...
It's just the motion that you did. Oh my god, that was amazing. I cannot. It's so funny. But yes, I enjoyed that scene a lot. Yeah, wing play is always a fun one for me. They're always so sensitive. It's always like a little sexual thing. Yeah. I feel like in every book. And I never get tired of it because it's always just well written, I feel like.
Yeah, especially when she's like, I should tell him to stop. I should. But I'm not.
But I won't.
I can't. Oh my god, it feels so good.
Feels too good.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, when he was like rubbing her shoulders, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, ooh, dangerous, bud. That is, for some people, right there where the wings come out is a spot. Can we talk about the fact that she has wings?
I love, and they're like exactly like
but also wings. How she got them or how she realized that
it kind of seemed almost too easy.
He's like, yeah, you remember that one time you pushed me out the window? Do you remember?
Yeah, drop.
Boom.
I mean, it feels right as far as their relationship goes for it to go down like that. But yes, how easily she then popped him out. Not that it was easy then to fly with him. Mind you, it didn't help that they got fucking wrecked by Evelina?
Sure.
I don't know. Either one.
Okay, cool. That whole thing was also rough. I mean, any scene with her was
just extra
kind of
creepy.
a rough read.
It was weird because you just couldn't tell her motivation. It was like, it's that weird stalker vibe of obsessed, wants to murder you, kind of wants to wear your skin, kind of wants to make out with you. Like, you don't know what.
Well, yeah, because didn't Rain make a comment like, not sure what would have happened?
Yeah.
And like he kind of insinuated like, was she gonna kill you or like try to make love to you?
She literally said that. She was like, I don't know if she like wants to kill me, hug me, fuck me. Like that was her. She literally said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite parts.
It was a weird vibe. That whole thing was weird. I love that she killed her though.
Yeah, thank God.
With the Taker of Hearts, which can we just appreciate that
the Taker
Rain
of Hearts?
Keep that?
Oh,
yeah,
the
Vincent's. Yeah, I love that he kept that, and of course had it hidden away in his little secret apartment in the Human District.
It's an intense sword.
Yes, and obviously I think there's still more to come with this sword.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just getting little snippets of it now because it also clearly holds his essence, memory, something
because not everyone can hold it, right?
Like the pendant. Oh, correct.
She even can't for longer than other people, but not long periods of time.
But I wonder if she'll be able to work up to it once she accepts a lot of her feelings towards Vincent.
I think so too.
So yeah, I'm curious to see how.
Kayla and I were actually talking about this earlier today too. We were
I was gonna bring that up.
Like,
y'all just talking about all this shit without me.
Yeah.
Well, we had to have something to talk about during the podcast. Hello. No, but we were talking about like, oh God, how did it go again? We were like, how did she just get these powers because she has the air mark? Or is it because she's finally having feelings because Vincent kept her feelings and emotions so suppressed that she didn't ever have like these outrage or bursts of anger or fear or love or anything like that. Everything was just so like tampered down that she couldn't. But this is really what magic and power is it's within you. Like Misha says, you just have to grab hold of it. And because she's never grabbed a hold of her emotions before, thoroughly examined it or even felt them, maybe this is what's making her magic and her wings and all that stuff come out now. Or is it the air mark, really?
Yeah, because Misha basically says that her magic is directly
related to her emotions.
Related to her emotions. And so I was saying to V, like, it's just kind of weird that she's gone 20 years of her life not realizing any of these things about being a vampire. And that was the point that she made of like, well, she's been completely suppressing her emotions this whole time. She's been taught that emotions are just physical responses that you tamp down and you're not supposed to show them.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's such a good point. That's probably why, because now she actually is having these emotions that can bring out her magic, and she's having more and more emotions, so it's getting stronger and stronger.
Ooh.
And she unlocks her power that, like, when she goes down into her bases or whatever, and she, like, has a realization, I think, about Vincent, and then it unlocks her air power.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you remember after she got her wings and she was, I think after they like had found her or rescued her or something like that, after she had gone back, she kind of like remembered, or she was comparing the two, like Vincent and Rain, how Vincent was like, don't jump off high things. Don't do it. You're too fragile. You're going to break. You're going to die. You're so weak.
Yeah.
And then Rain's like, I knew you could do it the whole time. Like, just the confidence that...
The juxtaposition of
that.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
Well, but that also...
set her
like,
off.
Yeah, because that's what made her realize, oh, he did know.
He knew.
And he was trying to stifle
But
me.
I don't know.
And that was really hard.
I didn't see it like that. I really did see it as...
Well, she said that, though. Like, he knew.
Well, yes.
Like, she said that to him.
Obviously,
but
he
that's what I'm
knew.
saying. Like, yeah.
But I think that I read it also as that she came to the realization of he has kept me in the dark my whole life on purpose.
Yeah.
This was intentional. he's suppressed me and kept me little my whole life on purpose.
But do you think Vincent knew that her feelings and her emotions were things that would keep her suppressed? Or because the way I read it was that he was so afraid of her getting hurt because she was half human, and she was obviously, had the human blood. She smelled like a human, she looked like a human, she tasted like a human, that he was so worried that she would get hurt that he just didn't want her to be in situations where she could. So that's why he just didn't trust her to explore whatever she could.
I think it was both. I think Rain had a point in that I do think Vincent did fear her and did love her, and that was also what caused some of that fear. But yes, I also think he was afraid of her getting hurt. I really feel like there was a lot of different emotions towards her, and that was definitely one of them.
I think he loved her more than he was willing to admit, and I think that scared him because I don't think he'd ever had that before. So killing his whole family, that was, like they said, that was just what you do. Like, as a vampire in the royal family, you just kill each other to be able to get your spot, That was nothing different. And if he hadn't had those emotions for her, he would have just did that also, just the same way that his dad did to his brother or whatever when he threw the baby out the window as soon as it was born. I think he's like, if I keep her not being a threat, then I don't have to worry about her being a threat, but I can still train her. And then he had this whole plan for his out of like, then I'll connect her to me and she'll never be a threat to me, but I can still love her and be, that father figure. But I do think he was very purposely stifling her because of his fear.
Well, and I also wonder if after she had gone through that, if he, that's when he was going to reveal everything. Now that you can't be a threat to me, I can tell you what's going on. I can reveal some of these things to you. And he was really just waiting for that moment to finally be like, hey, FY, you're my real daughter. Also, you're half vampire. I think you may have some more things going on for you. But now you can't do anything to me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been interesting to see what would have happened if he had not died.
In that little dream when she hits her head when she's flying or whatever, at the very end he says, ask me the question you want to ask me, and she goes to do it, and then she wakes up.
I want to know.
Which girl, we're gonna end up back there, right? There's no way that doesn't come to fruition.
She hallucinating him way too often for that to not be a thing.
Yes. Which is why I think we're going to find out what happened with her mom, because we are getting a lot of those snippets, and I feel like the frequency is starting to up as we find things, and she keeps going unconscious for whatever reason.
She really hits her head a lot. All of these female characters in all these books be hitting their head all the time.
But at least she's half human, so her going unconscious isn't fucking weird. The other one, we were like, girl,
she was also half human. What the fuck are you talking about?
But it was weird that she kept getting knocked out when nothing else was her. It was still weird. It was still weird.
Well, because in that one, at least we saw that she had the quick healing time. She obviously is a little quicker than normal, but she has kind of relatively normal healing time, it seems. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's jumping way ahead, but
I mean, we're getting there. I feel like go for it.
Her freaking dress.
The red one.
Could you picture that? Oh, I pictured it so well with in my mind, I'm picturing a tattoo. Like I said, very ornate, very pretty, very on display. Yeah. That dress was, so good.
I love that her dresses keep getting more scandalous.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Okay, so Kyrus picked it up.
Kyrus fucking picked it.
And then he was mad at her for not wearing her mantle. Pick a turtleneck. If you didn't want her showing her air mark, pick a fucking turtleneck. What the hell?
Don't give her basically a coat to put over it.
What's that gonna do?
You're just asking for her to do that at that point, sir. This girl.
If you get mad at anybody, blame yourself. What the hell?
Idiot. I was like, that's weird. Because I was almost thinking that it was gonna be another high neck and that she was gonna purposely leave it open because of that. But no, he put her in a scandy ass freaking dress, put her on display, which I'm like, you're wanting to keep her small Have her be like the captured queen or whatever.
But I feel like that's part of it for the vampires is like objectifying humans. So I feel like that's kind of where that comes from. Because most of the outfits I feel like she's been given are like skimpy ass, little, you're basically naked, your body's on display type.
I kind of picture vampires like that though, just in general.
Yeah.
Agreed, because I mean they've been alive a long time. What's another naked body? I guess I feel like at that point. Because yes, I think I picture most of the vampires in outfits more like that.
Not like the Cullens.
No, I don't picture them like the Cullen. I don't picture any vampire I have ever read, minus them, like that.
Ray-Bans in a bomber jacket.
The sparkly skin.
Very Pacific Northwest.
This is the skin of a killer fella.
You're so shiny.
Honestly, y'all, I wanna watch those again. They're
Let's
just so
watch 'em.
nostalgic.
I fucking ate that shit up. They are.
For us, they are, bitch. Calm down.
I am also of the age where that would be nostalgic. However,
But you're acting like that's weird.
No, you're acting like it happened 20 years ago. Oh my God, was it 20 years ago?
I was in high school.
I wasn't 20 years ago, but it's been a minute since Twilight came out. I was in middle school, I think.
I was in high school. We're close to 20 years.
What?
2008 is when it came out, girl.
It's close.
16 years ago.
Okay, fine. It's nostalgic.
Yeah. I was like, well, and that's where I was like, girl, that's been a minute. And the books came out sooner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's fine.
Because that's just the movie. When did the book come out?
Well, she was still releasing them, but the first one...
Yeah, 2005 was the first book. So you were saying? That's why I was like, why are you giving me shit? I thought you were just giving me shit because we're babies.
No, because I don't remember it as being 20 years ago. It's like still a fresh memory in my mind. Going to the movie theater and watching these movies, having popcorn.
Yeah, girl. I was in middle school.
I was an adult.
That shows you the difference between us. There's your age gap right there. Middle school, high school, adult.
Oh my God. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, adult.
Because all my friends are super into that in middle school.
I mean, I was super into it in high school, so.
But yeah, nope. That's our age difference showing for sure. Anywho, so let's get to this whole wedding.
The wedding that you assholes made me stop in the middle of.
I did decide where
Worst
50%
stopping
was.
spot ever.
Well, especially because he's like drunk looking. Clearly, this man was drugged of some kind.
Yeah, but when did he get drugged? When was
he had a goblet earlier.
But it's also interesting because he's interacted with so many different people in such a short span of time. I feel like that you're like, well, who the fuck did it?
Kyrus hands him a goblet. I think Kyrus is the one who
was
handed
it him?
I think
See,
it was
I was
Kyrus
trying
who
to get to that
handed
in
him
my notes time, and I obviously did not get to that point. So
I'm pretty sure it was him.
Who did it. Yeah, so sorry I accidentally read another chapter. I really was just like, oh shit, I read it. I know I wasn't supposed to.
Stopped at 38 instead of after 38 because now I'm like, what
yes,
the
but
heck?
it gives us so much to speculate on, so that's fun.
Also, that dance all of 38, I was like, damn.
I know. Okay, but like, I imagine this was like a hectic dance. This was like a hectic, sexy dance.
It felt like they were fighting dance, like a fight dance.
And I kind of had a hard time picturing it, and it was kind of giving me
Same.
anxiety as it was like ramping up. I was like, they're going really fast now. Like,
There's a lot of like throwing and crashing into people's chests, and I'm like,
yeah.
wait, is this
Twirling.
a fast
It
song
felt
or a
mildly
slow
violent.
song? What? I don't.
I'm telling you,
It got real
The
fast.
tempo.
the next
Yeah.
guys, the next time they get together, it's gonna be violent.
Oh,
It's
yes,
gonna be a
I
little
feel
hateful. It's gonna be a little hateful, and it's gonna be glorious.
She's gonna be like, put a baby in me, and he'd be like, no.
No, we don't want that.
No, I don't think it's gonna.
Everything
be
but
bad.
leading up to that.
Yeah.
Everything else.
But yes, it will
my
be.
God.
Hopefully it happens.
Oh, can we talk about Misha's dress?
Or her gold dress
I-
with her black gloves. Her black gloves make me sad.
I mean, yes, I agree.
But
that
I
part
could-
made me sad.
I can picture it perfectly because I just think Bridgerton and I think of like their pretty long gloves. Like I could picture it.
Yes.
Yeah. But I just imagine like a
it's just
gold
the reason
foily
for
dress.
it makes me sad.
And
Do you
I'm
guys
like,
picture her with like kind of a fro?
No.
I mean, I know her hair was growing out, but I don't know that I was picturing fro. I know she has golden brown skin, right? Isn't that how they?
He described it as brown. I picture her as black with like kind of
fro.
like a not a big fro, but like a mini one.
A little one. Well, yeah, because her hair was always really short until more recently.
Yeah, and then so I'm just like that with the contrasting with the yellow. I'm like, ugh, so pretty.
Because I knew.
Oh my
she was
God, she's
darker.
beautiful.
Are you looking at fan art?
Ugh, fuck. I think she's stunning.
Right? Okay. Yes. Like, but
that
like
is-
kind of wild.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love that
Ooh.
one.
I like her.
That's actually how I pictured her.
Oh my God, she's stunning.
Like
I mean,
natural.
Again, I was
like
still picturing her
natural
very
hair.
beautiful. Yeah.
Ooh,
no,
yeah, I
agree.
like her.
I'm just very anxious about her story because of that reaction. She like really, really freaked out. And that's not going to go well because Rain is not going to take that well. So his whole like wanting an alliance with them is going to go way downhill.
I was gonna say because you think he doesn't know who turned her, right? Like, because he said he
No,
didn't know, right?
Yeah, he doesn't know, and she won't talk about it.
He was like, it's funny how like
Oh.
she asked me all these questions and I have to tell her my whole life. And then what is that face?
Who?
I know. I'm just picturing when he finds out, like his reaction. Sorry,
It's gonna be
that's literally
bad.
me going, "Oh,
It's going to be bad.
that's the face you were
Like him blowing that guy's head up, like blowing it up.
saying. Mild,
Yeah.
yeah, because
But-
it feels like he'd want to torture this person.
It could also be Aurea. Like I could see her.
I'd be here for
I think
that.
both of them going after the person because
That would be good.
I would like
But
it
also,
for Misha to
maybe
have
it's
some part
Misha.
of it. Mhm.
yeah,
Like, they
maybe it'll be
hold
Misha.
him
I
down.
know, but I don't know if she would though. Like she seemed so
Scared.
not
Rattled.
okay. Just even seeing him.
Yeah. And he was like staring at her. That's why I'm like worried that it's gonna be like this obsessive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just gonna be bad where he like had her as like a slave or something. I don't know. Because apparently that's just what all the royals like to do is keep a bunch of freaking slaves.
Yeah. Oh, I realized in my skimming of this book because I was trying to figure out who gave him a drink, but I couldn't find it in my quick skimming. But I did see where this is kind of where my thoughts about Kyrus came in. Is she was trying to follow Rain, and Kyrus swooped in and was like, "I need to speak with you." And to me, that was him purposefully
Because she knew
keeping
something
her away
was
from
wrong.
him because she knew something was wrong.
Oh, the end?
And again,
Not the end. The middle?
it was like right at, well, yeah, our end, the end of chapter 38. That's, I think, when I had that, like, sir,
Yeah.
why are you separating them?
Well, because I thought he was
This
going to be
feels-
mad because she was just like, oh, yeah, Kyrus is going to be pissed.
Which I do think that's how we're at least being thought to. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Led to think about it. But I was just like, sir, I don't like this. And he planned the whole fucking thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna.
I don't like him.
But yeah. No, I don't either. I'm really excited. What was Vale's wife's name? I'm blanking again.
Lilith.
Duh. I should remember that. I really want to continue to see more of her in the second half.
I
really
like
do like her
her.
character so much. And I get why they told her not to talk at this thing.
Because she's so excited.
But
I feel like she was so excited to be
Well,
there.
And I love that she just keeps talking to Vale about all the little asking questions. You can tell she's just trying to stifle it, except for when they walk away. I would love to see her perspective so much. Who is our next couple in the next book, I wonder?
Ooh, let's make a guess. Let's make a guess. Don't, before you look, who do you think?
I won't look,
Okay.
but who do we think? Because I have not looked into that at all.
Sorry.
Do you know?
I don't.
Or are you focused on finding the goblet thing?
Yeah, it just says I took a drink from my goblet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I couldn't find where he'd got it from anyone in particular, but that he had just taken a drink.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about who the couple is? Because I would guess it's someone in this book, but I don't know if it's any of our main people or not.
I would like it to be Misha.
Same, but I don't know that it is. I would love that. Truly, I think that would be amazing because I do want to just know so much more about her character.
I don't really know. This is just me like wild guessing, because I don't know anything. I think.
Go for it.
I'm hoping that that Septimus will be a good guy.
Wow, what is with both of you? Jesus Christ, you two. I cannot with either.
But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like who's a good character that we like, who has like a deep dark secret, and then who's a ray of sunshine, and that would be a fun little.
Because I think it's within the same world, but I don't think it's necessarily within the same kingdom.
Oh, like so it's not.
That's why I'm wondering if it's like a really minor person we've met, or if it's not someone we've met at all.
I just want Misha to be it because I love her.
I know. I would love for it to be Misha. I don't think it is. As much as I would love for it to be.
Are we going to look it up?
Did you guys see? No.
I will. I can't. No. Why not? What is that going to spoil?
I don't know.
I won't tell. I won't say if it spoils anything.
We have half a book to go to realize like Misha could meet a dude or whatever. Like, I don't want to know.
Don't tell her.
I don't know if that'll tell me. I will not tell you if it spoils anything.
Okay. Did you guys see that someone had commented on one of our videos saying to read that other book,
The 1.5? I did see someone say that.
Yeah, I knew there were bonus ones that we have not read.
Who is that one about? Is that about Araya?
I think they're just like bonus to the story, but I don't actually know. I didn't look.
I don't know either. I was too busy reading this one.
True that.
There's deadlines.
Oh my god, guys, I'm really excited for book 3 now because I do know who it's about. Oh my god!
Stop it! No, I want to know. And I never want to know. No, I won't know. I won't do it. I won't look it up.
I'm very excited.
Don't you dare tell me.
Ooh.
Stop it!
No, are you going to look? Don't look. I don't want to know.
I'm not looking. Why do you think I'm looking? Okay, let's cover our headphones.
Oh, guys, I'm pumped. I'm just going to say that. I won't say who, but I'm fucking pumped. Ooh. I can't wait till you guys find out. You have to.
No, but I won't find out until I'm reading it. That's just the thing. Like, I'm not going to.
I know, and I want to see your reaction because it's so good.
Okay.
I don't think it spoils anything, but, like, that's just me. I won't say. I'll tell Veronica later because you clearly don't want to know. And I need Veronica's reaction because she's going to be a similar reaction to me.
Ooh, I'm excited now.
Okay, so then it's Misha. That's what everyone... Okay, obvious.
I cannot with you,
Oh my God. No, but it's the synopsis that's really doing it for me. It's not just the who.
Anyway, okay, so what else are we talking about? We're talking about the wedding, and the dance was a dance. That was also a huge foreplay moment.
I know.
Yeah.
I like how she's like, I should just let him take me into a dark corner right now. I was like, damn, girl.
Take me up against the wall and
she should have let him because God knows where he's going now.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to because he drugged, for sure.
Yeah, what if she has to save him?
I know, but at least she would have been with him.
What if she has to save him?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I feel like we're leading up to that.
I feel like she's doing most of the saving.
He saved her from the crazy lady.
I was gonna say, he saved her too. I feel like it's a mutual back and forth.
I guess. But she's still half human. He should be doing most of the saving.
No, because we don't want her to be just a meek little thing.
She's not meek. I'm just saying he should be stronger.
No, but weak, meek. That's not how we like our female leads.
I know, you're right. But it's just like
I'm
Kayla
stabby.
says, why are these humans the ones hurting all these full?
She's half human.
Yeah, but the half human she is the weak part where she just bleeds and dies really easily.
She has powers, okay. I agree.
Still has no control over.
I do agree. Many of her main characters seem to get by a little too easy. I am not disagreeing with that by any means.
Yeah,
they do. But she's only half.
She's only half.
I'm trying to give her
yeah.
I mean, that's where we ended things, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
spot.
Yeah, well, and I feel like this next half we're unpacking a lot.
Wait, what if this third book? You already know, but I'm just gonna speculate. What if it's what you want, Kayla? Maybe it's a love story between Vincent and Aurea's mom. What if that's exactly what you wanted? Just like it's not. They're gonna give it to me.
The in between book.
No, the third book.
I think the in between book could be that, or the in between book could be Misha's story.
Yeah.
But
I need to look up what the
Rain's story, or
we already know Rain's story.
I was gonna say,
oh my gosh,
Rain
and Nessanine, and like how their relationship, Nessanine, whatever.
Yeah,
Nessanine.
I was gonna say we got some little snippets of that.
Well, because they didn't talk forever, and they were both being tortured.
1.5?
I don't know, but they were both being tortured.
Hey, maybe that's Kairos' motive. Because he said everyone was in love with Nessanine, but Rain is the one that got her.
Yeah, and it's all because
how could you not be in love with her?
He was tortured. He was tortured, and she helped him with his band-aids, with his boo-boos. Mm-hmm. And then
I need to look up which ones.
What is it? And then it still took forever for them to even say a word. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it took them a while to even to touch. Oh.
I like what 1.5 is. I do want to read 1.5 now.
Okay, that I want to know.
It?
206.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll read.
Wait, I want to know.
It's Lilith and Vale.
Oh!
I would love to read that one.
Mm-hmm.
Good recommendation.
I want that one.
I can't remember their name on the thing. On the TikTok that made the comment. Let me
on the TikTok.
Let me look it up.
Ooh, I'm very intrigued by that one.
Who said it? Bridget Miller. Thanks, Bridget.
Thanks, Bridget.
Thank you.
We'll be reading it.
I will definitely read that now.
Now? Did you just add it to your Kindle?
Well, not right this.
I know, not the second.
No, but I will be. I will be adding that.
I have a question. You know, when they went to the bar, well, first Aurea went to the bar by herself, and then Rain caught up with her. And then all the humans were being, carefree and not scared for their lives. And Aurea's like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And they were all fine until they saw, what's-his-face, Rain. Mm-hmm. So they don't know that he's the one who's keeping them safe. They just think that everything's great and there hasn't been as many attacks, and that's why they get all scared.
I think it's more
I don't
showing.
Think they realize.
Yeah, that. But I also think it's just that's a vampire king right in front of them, so they're all like, "Holy fuck!" They're known for being pretty brutal. So
yeah.
I can't imagine them ever actually seeing Vincent. So I feel like there would also be this level of, holy shit, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
I was surprised they know what he looks like.
Are you in a bar?
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like a lot of people react that way to a king being around them. They're all like, bow down.
I know, but then Rain was really sad then afterwards. He's like, I guess I can never go to this bar, or at least I have to be another 50 or so odd years before I can go back when everyone's dead.
I know. Well, because that was one of his probably
spots.
like 2 safe havens where he felt like he could kind of escape. And so to have one of those ruined is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
That's okay, because then he just takes her home. And then, you know, we get a little bitey. So it's fine.
Yeah.
A little finger bite.
You're good at that.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. That's it for today. We will be releasing the next podcast episode 2 weeks from today, December 6th. We will be discussing the last half of The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, written by Carissa Broadbent. Also, if you like what you hear, then please share it with your friends. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all major streaming platforms. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, book besties.
Bye.
Bye.